Hey there everybody, I wanted to do a video on DayZ earlier today. I was going to do a DayZ video, and then somebody came over to look at a leak, and then I did a stream of VR Chad, and now I want to do a video on DayZ. I closed DayZ, but you don't actually close DayZ. There is a process that is still kind of loaded into memory, and so through the power of Steam, it says it's running. So I cannot run it. Wait, hold on. Here, is it running? Yeah, it's an error occurred while updating DayZ app running. So there is no system thing here. The thing I see right here is an application background process called DayZ. This is their back-end thing that you will launch. We will look at that later on. So we have to end that, and then now we'll be syncing, and then now we can play. So, what is this? When did this game come out? 2013. Jesus Christ, 2013 is when this game came out. So, let's proceed. So we kind of just wait here as the game loads. As we fill in commentary for this amazing game that is actually finally... Here we go. The Infusion game engine. I am still alive. So this is their back-end thing right here. This is their, maybe an anti-cheat system. So let's see if that, does that work? Hold on. There we go. I think that works. Hold on. We're going to get black screen for a little bit here as I figure out this stuff. But yeah, this game is kind of still kind of broken. They are planning on releasing it later on this year for the out of early access. I think at $40, if not more. Originally the game came out at $30 back in 2013, and then a couple years ago they actually raised the price, but then kind of then a week later during the Steam Winter Sale lowered the price. So a lot of people were actually pretty pissed off about that. If you actually, it's kind of a standard thing that seems to be going on with Steam. Is games will go up a little bit in price right before the sale. But anyways, guys, thanks for participating in the wonderful DayZ Early Access. The game is in alpha and will be for some time. This means you will be experiencing bugs, unfinished features, problematic game design, and many more things that disrupt your gaming experience. We will work with the community to fix these to help us. Please visit DayZGame.com for development information. The funny thing is, Arma 3 came out into early access about a year after DayZ and has launched, and tons of content for that. DayZ has kind of been the same game for a very long time. They've fixed it a little bit, made it a little bit more, prettier, but the game fundamentally is still kind of boring. The UI just really looks like somebody made this out of paint. And a brief story, I've streamed this, I've done a video on this, I streamed it last year, and then I did a video of it in 2016 with Lance and I think Dead Crows, and I just we didn't do anything for 40 minutes, but I uploaded it, and so a lot of people were interested in it. But this game is a open world survival game that was based off a mod that a lot of people liked. The mod was pretty cool, but a lot of people would just play this for the... the team deathmatch, the deathmatch arena, and so it was kind of boring. But since then, they've kind of changed it up a little bit. They kind of just removed the population to low to medium. I don't even think there's really even high pops anymore. There's a high pop right here, but it's kind of cool, still kind of shitty. Let's see. We're gonna look for a day one and connect. A couple nights ago, the screen's actually blue for me. A couple nights ago, I did a video. I was looking at DayZ, see if there's anything interesting to say, because there was news of it coming to Xbox Early Access. Xbox Early Access, and then I'll do a video. Check this out, see if there's anything interesting here. I checked it out, did 30 minutes of just walking around, and I was actually pleasantly surprised that the loot was better, but the game was still fundamentally stupid. Then I played this last night to record a video, and it was so dark I couldn't actually get anything. And then here we are today. we are... Oh, shit. There's, like, lots... You can see how the game is loading in assets. There we go. But yeah, this game is kind of... Like, there's loot, but there really isn't loot. There's a bunch of, like, jackets and stuff. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Here we go. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. I have found some water or some soda. Sprained ankle. Can I fashion this into anything? No, I can't. Okay. But you can see that the game is kind of gray. It's because I don't have much blood left. It depends on the server, I guess, what kind of information you'll get. I think last night, a couple nights ago, like, there was this straight up, like, box at the top right telling me exactly how much health, how much food, how much, like, what kind of modifiers I had. Because the game really doesn't tell you about that. When this game originally came out, a lot of people were like, okay, yeah, this is okay. You know, it's an early access, so we gotta, you know, we have to take it what it is. You know, hey, maybe, you know, they'll fix it because it's an early access. You can't really bitch about anything in early access because it's kind of like, you know, it's an active development. But the thing is, over time, like, we find out that early access is just a death sentence, and very few games actually come out pretty good. Most notably, a bad one is Ark. It's still kind of shitty. Though Lance and Redbeard do videos and they like it, but I think that game is fundamentally still broken. But then you have success hits like Subnautica, which kind of just got released, and it's just like, well, shit. But this game is like one of the first early access games to come out. I think an earlier one was... An earlier one would be Starbound, was pretty early in early access. There's a couple other ones too, but a lot of their early. And so, like, what do I do here? Okay, respawn. Yes. It's just like on Reddit. There's a couple memes out there saying like it's zombie early access open world survival, or like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Like early access is fucking the pale horse rider. It's just pretty crazy, dude. But yeah, this game is still kind of bad, and I don't think they can ever get anything good out of this game. The problem with it is I just think that fundamentally no one wants to play these types of games. You kind of... Like, with H1Z1 Just Survive, or Just Survive, what it is called now, you kind of have a map, but this world is so big, and they've expanded it over the years. It's just like, where the fuck do I go? Like, let's see how far I can get before I can find... We're at 8.5 minutes, see if we can find anything. But you just left with, like, where the fuck do I go? There's really no indicators, like, but it's a survival game. But, like, you have to remember that other second word. It's called a game. And so if you're not having fun doing anything, I'm, like, for tedious stuff, like Dark Souls and you know, Cuphead and very tedious Monster Hunter. I'm okay, but you also need to, like, push the player in the right direction. You know, I just spawned on this... I'm not gonna lie, this is a gorgeous looking grass field. And there's just, like, nothing here. Where do I go? Here we go. It looks like we're in the very far north in one of those new towns. But, like, I think they really do a good job of... Okay, here's one thing that, like, really bugs me. Lens flares, but the lens flares are gone in first person. That's pretty crazy, though. It's just really nothing really to do in this game. Like, the survival shit is this, like, hey, as soon as you get fucked by a zombie, you're kind of already dead. If you don't have a melee weapon. Because you're going to get infected, you're going to bleed, you're going to, you know, fuck yourself. And getting health back is not as simple as eating food. Is you have to, like, you know, take blood from somebody else. And the fact that this game kind of has, like, died in the player base, it's just like you're gonna roam these kind of empty servers. You know, I could join a high pop one, but I also don't want to get instantly popped. And the hit detection in Bohemian Interactive games are pretty shitty. Like, all the servers were like triple-digit pings, like really high pings for me. And of course, if I'm on a low pop server, that's gonna be fine, because it's a lot of it's client-side based. Oh wow, this has never been opened. And look at all these tires. Like, what the fuck? There's like no. In the DayZ mod, people will always go up to the military base, but in, like, you do that in the standalone 2, it's just like, there's no really, hey, okay, so we go to the hospital, this is where you get your medical supplies. There's just no really good points of interest. There's a lot of, you know, places to go, but kind of, they're all kind of the same. You know, it doesn't matter, like, if you're going to Cherno or Berezino or any of the, you know, 3 other major cities, or going into between the rural areas, you're kind of going to find the same loot. It's all depending on the, you know, where you are. I mean, what building, too. You know, industrial, residential, or hospital. Here's some more tires. Got a little bit of frame rate drops here, as the game's trying to buffer into memory. We got a zombie here. Zombies have, like, I don't know. I'm still not a big fan of zombie games. I think if it was just, like, regular wildlife instead of zombies, I think that would be really fucking cool. The zombies are always, like, they're super aggressive. You know, and originally, or not originally, for a while, you could just go up to upstairs. They wouldn't be able to, you know, their pathfinding was shitty. And they couldn't go up to the stairs. Oh, here we go. Here's a nice... Can I not wear a jacket in a, that's weird. You used to be able to wear a shirt and a jacket. That's fucking weird. But, like, again, we just died into a building that was very similar to this. It's just like, they've also added in Cherno, the main kind of hub city, or main city on the south, they have tons of, like, apartment complexes. But, like, they're exactly the same, and so you're gonna get the same loot. And loot is kind of rare, so, like, what's the fucking point of going into all of these? You're just kind of wasting your time. I think that they made the map, like, there's a certain thing you do in open world games. You know, you can make a small world and extremely detailed, or make a big world not as detailed. This server must have reset. Usually these doors are all open. And you, like, you have this big world, but it's not as detailed, but it's really big. But you have the small world that is extremely detailed, but it's small. And I think, like, you know, you talk about Assassin's Creed Origins and you know, Tom Clancy's Wildlands. They're really big worlds, but they're not really that detailed. But there's a lot of things to do in those worlds. But then you think of, like, something like a small place, like maybe, I guess GTA is pretty big too. But GTA is also kind of detailed. And, you know, there's all sorts of different things to do in GTA, even though it's probably smaller. So I guess it's all relative. Oh, finally got a backpack. There we go. So now I'm hungry and thirsty. Haven't found any kind of real loot for food. You know, I could spend, like, an hour in here working into every building and looking for something. But I think if they turn this game, or if somebody made a game similar, because like realistically, no one has made a game like this except for H1Z1. Of course, there's Rust, but that is straight up PvP. Now there is like, you know, boars and wolves in there, but like they're not really a threat. They're really there just for a means, for food. If they did something like that, maybe remove the zombies would be pretty cool. Because I'm down for a nice survival game. Far Cry Primal was trying to do something very similar, but you know, Bethesda tried to do something with that in Fallout and in Skyrim. A nice survival game would be pretty cool. You know, it just, there's just like nothing to this. Like most of the time, especially in the mod, where people would just, you know, go to the military base and then just slowly stock up and spawn on different servers. At least in, like, why is this even here? At least in H1Z1 Just Survive, you would, you know, get loot pretty fast. So here we go. We could use the pump. Like, a lot of this stuff is pretty cool. Like, this animation looks gorgeous. The trees and the fog looks pretty cool. The buildings are not that great. Because, you know, they're really old buildings. Okay. Here we go. But it, like, has, like, they added a whole system of... Oh, here we go. We got a map. Is this a map? Of like, hey, yo, there's like food and shit in this. How do I... How do I look at the map? Holy shit. Inventory. Like, oh, is it G maybe? Development, manual, commanding multiplayer, push targets, caps, like, ugh. Helicopter, vehicle, anoraks, missing string, face palm, cutthroat. Let's see here. It's like, holy shit, dude. Swap gunner, inventory, oh, map. Apply. Okay, back. Continue. How the... Holy shit, dude. What the F? It's like... Is view? Was it... No, it was inventory, yeah? Apply. Apply. Okay. Ah! Maybe put it in my hands. Holy shit, dude! This is hilarious. Maybe... Maybe it's under that. Holy fuck! So originally you could... Inspect. Oh, here we go. Well... Originally they came in sectors, or came in halves and all that, but it was like... That's cool. But the funny part is you would never want to combine them because it's like each half would zoom in a lot sharper than having the whole, so you can get better detail. It's crazy that they kind of screwed up maps. Brown hoodie. Okay. We want a knife so we can tear those into rags. But, like, there's a robust crafting system in here that is actually pretty cool. It kind of makes sense. So, like, there is something here, but there's just, like, what the fuck do I do? Like, there's no kind of goal. If they added NPCs into this game, I think that would be super fucking cool. You know, just, like, you know, maybe do quests or something. Instead of just turning it into, like, a free roam type of thing. Because a lot of time and effort went into this game, and it would be really cool if this game came out like, hey, you know, we kind of heard from the people, but it's just felt like every time they put out a patch, it's just like, oh, this is cool. Wait, no, this is not what we wanted. It was like they weren't taking any feedback from anybody. You know, it's kind of like a roll of the dice on if we're gonna find loot in this building. So many buildings. I feel like they should have maybe shrunk the world, or even removed a lot of the buildings. Because again, I go back to the subject of, hey, the world is kind of detailed, but there's like really nothing in these buildings. Like, oh, here we go. What was that? What was that? That was a lockpick. Yeah. Take that. And we can do this. Tear the rags. Tear the rags. There we go. Then if we can get a stick. Cut branch off, yeah. We could make some other things. Like a splint, I think it is. Is this? I think the main thing in this game is you have to... Oh, yeah, hold on. You have to, like, find food. And there's just not enough food in the game. I found something. Okay. Well, shit. Let's see here. Let's do that. Cut that into, split that into thirds. Okay, let's put that there. Put that there. I want to split this into thirds. Oh, there they are. There they are. Okay. So we can grind that into a craft a torch. So I can craft a torch. I can craft whatever the fuck that is. So I got a split now. I think. Oh yeah, split. Okay, so we're gonna put this over here. Put this over here. We can probably just leave some of these here. Just leave some of this shit here. Some road flare. I don't need that. Pin. I don't need that. There we go. There we go. Practically split. So there's some cool things in here. You know, is this like some game changer? No, it's not. But it's just like, I'm probably gonna die here. We could probably go on for another 30 minutes, and I'm not gonna find any food. Of course, you know, I could probably go into a bush and start harvesting. There's certain bushes that really don't actually indicate that you can get grapes from. Same with some trees. You just have to look closely. You know, it would be nice if they had like 3D models or something. Or they were like just a little bit hard, like purple. Just like little cues in the game. You know, in Just Survive, the world kind of highlights certain things you can loot. Still kind of pissed off about the map. I walk this lonely world on this lonely road of broken dreams. Na na, na na, na na, na na, na na, na na. And the world is just like so big. There's just, you're gonna spend hours trying to like. I think it like would take 30 minutes to get from like the north to the south. Like it's if not 15 to 30 minutes. You know, it's just, it's not a really, you know, if they shrank it or like removed a lot of the filling and maybe remove some of the, because this world is pretty cool. You know, they do it's pretty fucking cruel that there's like fog right here and it looks pretty fucking eerie. But just, this is fucking nothing here. Like, maybe if cars were common, or like maybe if cars were easier to get. Cars are bound to the server. And so, you know, what people have done, where people were doing in, like, at least in the DayZ mod, where people would take cars, find them on these servers, and then just, like, go off to the map. Because the map is not an island. You know, it has limits. Where, like, they just, like, did not draw in trees, because it's at the edge of the map. So you can just store them out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Just know where it is, because, you know, you placed it there, and then come back anytime you log in. And so that was the problem, was like, especially in the mod, where like people would just take cars and just go off into other places. One game that I thought was pretty cool that like that I got into with my friends after DayZ was Wasteland Wars, which is a like a 1v1v all type of situation. You would be green, you would be like blue, red, or like an independent, which would be, you could shoot anybody. And you would, like, my friends would get in there. With that, they would also have, like, guns would be easier. But it's like the same world as Cherno, but, you know, there's guns and tanks and shit. It was pretty cool. Like, it felt like, you know, Arma at its best, but it seems like a lot of people in Arma play the roleplay stuff, or I really wonder how they handle the, you know, the scenarios. Because that's, like, Arma 2 kind of was made famous because of DayZ, but, like, was talked about only because of the AI being pretty crazy. Like, it wasn't really AI, it was scripting events. And so if one thing happened, another thing will happen. .32. This is portable 10 clip 9mm. Gas powered lamp. Let's take that. That's cool. But maybe we'll just keep on going for a little bit, see how much farther we go. But I would really like this game to do well. I would really like them to turn this around and say, hey, we got rid of the DayZ. We're changing this into more of a survival game. But this isn't really a survival game. This is a, hey, people love killing people in DayZ because it was very satisfying. And there was like a risk-reward type of thing. That's where, like, you got games like PUBG, King of the Kill, H1Z1 King of the Kill. A bunch of these kind of games were like, hey, shit matters. You know? In DayZ, you can spend hours, but just die to, like, a random shot. So, you know, it was really nice with, like, you know, the PlayerUnknown guy to come around and, like, redevelop, you know, Battle Royale games. Because he made one for Arma 2. He made one for DayZ. He made one. He was the kind of the guy on point for King of the Kill, and he's the guy on the fucking thing of PUBG. So yeah, these games have always been big. It's just like, hey, it just took some time to innovate, and PUBG's really changed a lot. And this is just DayZ. They really haven't done much of it. It's still fundamentally the same game it was 3 years ago. No, 5 years ago. I guess it was 4 years ago, actually. Because it came out in December 2013. But there's just nothing here. It's sadly that there will nothing ever be here. You know, if they push this out probably in the next 6 months, what can they do to fix this? Maybe add more loot, but there's just so much places to go once you have more loot. What do you do then? Like, not a lot of people are playing this game anymore. There's just fundamentally nothing to do. At least in Wasteland Wars, when I was playing with friends, there was actually NPCs. You can earn, like, some money doing things, I think. Of course, there's also the Arma 3 mods that, kind of things. But, like, this world is huge. Like, I'm hungry and thirsty. I could have left that last town and spent, like, an hour trying to look for loot. Or I could go off and look for something else. Alright. Is this? No, it's nothing. And I'm just, like, running here. Doing nothing for the past, like, 10 minutes. Just talking into a mic. Telling, hey, this game is still kind of just... Like, it's not bad. It's, like... It's not bad. Like, what they're doing, it's not buggy. It's still a little bit buggy, but that's what you expect from Bohemian Interactive. It's like, if you look at the heritage of this game, that the Rocket, Dean Hall, who, like, was, like, the big component of it here, got picked up by Bohemian and left several years later. Like, what does that say for the game? You know, Arma 3 has done really well for Bohemian Interactive with, you know, tons of content for it, with tons of microtransactions. DLC that just doesn't make any sense. Like, they added a new map. I'm like, whatever. Game's kind of shitty. But, yeah, this is... Let's see how much... I'm actually... Let's give it 5 more minutes, see if I die from starvation. 3 more minutes, maybe. Here we are in Berardino. But, like, we're not seeing anything. There's this... I would really like to see, like, maybe a co-op version where more people, more AI or something, more mobs, maybe less zombies. If they add more zombies, they add more guns and weapons and tools for detracting ends. Took me a while to get this stuff. Took me a while to get this stuff right here. There's also, like, totally forgot about the, like, the farming aspect of this. Jesus Christ. But at the end of it, you're kind of not doing anything. You know? Yes, I could join a more popular server and maybe find somebody, but, like, then there's no reason not to kill anybody. There's just no reason to kind of, you know, be a part of something. And I thought Rust does a better job at that. You know, the worlds are a lot smaller, and you can build. Is that somebody? That's a zombie. You know, I can join somebody, you know, but no one's good at talking this game. They're all going to be up on their Discord. There's just, I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, it's getting really dark. I mean, it's getting really red. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Like, I've just been constantly running here. They added loot tables to some zombies, but it's just still not enough. Like, look at this. There's a fucking battery right here. When we first respawned in, there's a goddamn fucking, like, warehouse full of there we go. Full of tires. Like, what the fuck? There we go. Am I bleeding? Yeah, see, there's nothing here. No. Okay. And there's the battery here, but like there's no food. But I think that's it for me. If you guys want more of this, we could always boot it up to a stream, and maybe we could get some of the fans to join in and have the lulz. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Caboose967. There we go. Yep. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Share this out to your friends and families. Join our public Discord. I'll see you in the next one.